Hello, it's Luzak again with commentary of Bingo Glitchless Tourney 2026. Now it's group second group containing Gang of Monsters or Gang of Monsters, I think that's correct. Misha and Imek. So 3 matches ahead of us. So yeah, let's continue. I'm gonna take 1 to 5 speed. I think it should be fine. So let's move on and take a look at the board. So let's see what we have here in store. So we have buy 2 bronzes, we have Harry Potter Wizard cards, so it's good to collect some silver cards. But I think that's it. There's not much buying. No, I'm not missing anything. So that's basically it when it comes to that. Let's check the levels themselves. There's interesting bean boxes with the Locker's Balcony. You can actually get 6 bean boxes just in Grand Staircase, so somebody might start with this one. We also have 4 different challenge stars in each level, so let's check those spell challenges. So we have Rick to Diffindo here, Gryffindor challenge, but it's not really a Scourge secret, so we have nice Scourge start potential. There's stuck in Diffindo and complete Diffindo with the completion stars, so there's actually heavy challenge related, kinda. So I think Scourge is a good start. But other than that, people might go for go behind the Quidditch gate for the first fast start. There are also 2 bicorns, 2 Slytherins, so somebody might go there. Actually 3 bicorns, so it's even better. There are no potion and no potion related stuff, but that's still fine for the bicorn. That's still a nice level, but I will assume Scourge is gonna be one of the first levels. Maybe Bicorn, as I've said before, is gonna be next, but Scourge is a little bit better. So Misha is going for the Scourge, and yes, he's going for the Scourge, and Gang of Monsters is going maybe Bicorn, maybe Slytherin. As I've said before, Slytherin is also nice, having two or three, no, two goals, but Slytherin is fairly fast with the secrets and potion ingredients, so it should be still a good level. Let's see the Scourge. There are chance stars. We have to get 4, but that's gonna be fine. Completion stars, of course, getting some bean boxes in the meantime, and getting the secrets. So we don't really have to collect every star. So for example, the one on the left with the peeves, after the peeves, isn't really necessary to collect. We could even technically skip the top one later on, but Misha decides to continue with it. Now the Gangs of Monsters, I'm gonna just call him Monster, I hope he doesn't mind. Monster decides to go for the card. This card is kinda slow. It progresses towards Harry Potter Wizard card, so in that regard it's pretty nice. But this card is pretty slow, and to get the secret you only have to go into this place. Here's a trigger of getting the secret. So going there doesn't matter in that regard, but he was able to get the silver one. Although, as I've said before, it's kinda lengthy, so I wouldn't really recommend that in the future. He unfortunately dies, but that's fine, it only loses a couple of seconds. And now it should be fine. Oh, I think he just barely didn't make that. Now it should be definitely fine. So Misha is already half of the Scourge finished. So even if Slytherin is a little bit faster, Misha was able to catch up a little because of and another unfortunate mistake by Monster. So yeah, he dies. So he has to do it once again. So Misha is actually ahead, even if Sketch is slower by itself. So he's gonna be ahead on 3 goals instead of Monsters 2, and he's gonna be ahead on completion stars and 4 different challenge stars. So his gameplay looks pretty nice. What after that? What can he do? He doesn't know what Monsters is up to, so it's gonna be probably hard to decide. But probably what I would go for is going kinda safe, not entering any level, going to the balcony and getting the bean boxes, the leftovers of bean boxes. He claims Scourge, understandable, he doesn't really know what his opponent is up to, and Scourge is a really strong of a level. So it might be a problem in the future. But I think Grand Staircase with the bean boxes and Lockhart's balcony as a fast goals would be a very nice deal, which is gonna happen for Misha. So he's gonna be ahead on many goals, which is quite unfortunate for the monster, but it's not the end of the world, I would say. But yeah, Misha is gonna be very fine. What after that? So he's gonna be on big bean boxes, Locker's balcony. He can focus on spell challenges, for example, for Rictus Emperor. There might be an issue that Monster might be there. But he also might be in Bicorn, so he has to take the risk of going for one of these. Unless Monster's gonna claim Slytherin soon, when it's not gonna be that huge of a problem. So Misha is on 4 or 5 bean boxes, and it's gonna be 6th. So he already has 4 goals, so that's pretty nice. Monster getting some bronzes. In this scenario you don't really need those, but for the previous secret for him you kinda don't need to open this chest. It's enough if you just hit Alohomora and then continue with the level. It also considers as completing the secret. So Misha probably getting some secrets in entry hall secrets in the meantime, getting some silvers. It's always nice to remember. Gryffindor challenge wouldn't be the worst to get entry hall secret, but I think the Rictu is a better choice. And it's a natural progression after Scourge, so it's understandable why he's there. And after seeing those goals marked and seeing that what is left, Monster should know what his opponent is up to. Of course, he cannot be so for sure, so it's not always that easy. He claims Slytherin, maybe too early. I would have held. He's getting the secrets, or is he? I think he got all of them. Maybe I missed something. He's going for the Gryffindor challenge secrets. It's pretty fast level, he's already there. I understand why that's his choice, especially because there are entry hall secrets, which is this secret that he's currently focusing on, so it kinda combines. Although I think I would prepare going straight to Bicorn and try to hold as much as possible, because Misha is going for the long-term ones, so he's gonna be... Is there a red? This one's gonna be better color. So he's practically having this, you can assume that he's in Rictus, so he's having this and he's having this. So they're actually not that much that Misha can go straight towards. So now he has to focus on the fast levels. So for example, Aragog, Forest with the Aragog, or with behind the Quidditch gate on the way, or Bicorn. So I would personally, I think I would go Bicon because it advances you a little into the entry hall secrets, but of course Misha can go for the forest in the meantime. So monster is all Gryffindor challenge secrets. I don't know if he went to the there. No, he didn't, but he goes now. Okay. So he gets those secrets. He's getting a lot of beans. There are buy 2 bronze wizard cards. That he might be thinking to that he's gonna collect beans for it. With 2 bronze cards, I wouldn't recommend it really. With 1 bronze card or buy ingredients, it would make sense because it's then sorry, 120 or 125. But with 2 bronzes is 240. And getting 240 beans just by collecting them is gonna be a challenge and a pain. So I wouldn't really recommend it. With 1, and getting 120 is fine-ish. You can try to make that happen. And by the ingredients is the same case because it's only 5 more. But let's see how it's gonna turn out for him. Yeah, see, he's wasting a little bit of time on those beans. He's getting this, but it's not a secret, so he don't have to be there. And he's losing couple seconds. It doesn't look like that much. Like he's losing second here, second there, 2 seconds here. But when you sum it all up, it kinda adds up. Wait, he didn't get the secrets? All the secrets? Oh, that's unfortunate. Which one did he miss? I think he went for everything. Unless I missed something. Maybe the second part of this? Because I saw him entering here, but maybe... Okay. So he missed this one. That's quite unfortunate. To be honest, Misha might think that he just finished a Gryffindor challenge. So I wonder where he's going. He's going for this secret in the way of the beam bonus room. It's a nice secret to get if you're already entering the dungeons level. It's an easy way to get entry hall secrets, although he skips the previous one. Probably more focus on the silver cards themselves and entry hall secrets. My guess would have been that he sees that his opponent did Gryffindor challenge secrets, so he get the entry hall secret that is kinda not the greatest if you're not doing Gryffindor challenge. So he might have given up on this, or just be very focused on the silvers and try to get the bicorn, which I think is a good decision. Although, as I've said before, it would be a nice opportunity for Monster to cut him off out of bicorn. Of course, another option would have been forest with those 3. But yeah, bicorn kinda advances you just a little for entry hall secrets. Misha is already on 10th silvers, so he's been collecting them very heavily, which is gonna probably benefit him because this goal is already his, so that's pretty nice. So this one is already his. Oh, and Monster is in Riktu, which Misha is holding, correctly. Probably Monster is gonna be sniped on Riktu, unfortunately, which was kinda expected that Misha went there, because it's a natural progression from Scourge, because you've advanced a little bit into this, and you've advanced a little bit to this, so it's unnatural. He's gonna go for spell challenges. What other spell challenges are good? I guess he could have gone for Defendo as well, but Defendo is kinda lengthy and people don't usually like to go there. So the next best guess, actually the better guess, was the Rictus Sempra that he've already done. Unfortunately, for Monster, he wasn't able to see that. But Misha is going for the free bicorns. Even if that doesn't like connects with anything else, there are 3 easy and maybe not easy and fast, but nice goals to do. There. He's clipping the gnome here, which is kind of nice. He is getting ingredients. Am I missing something? No, he's just getting ingredients. Just there's no goal for ingredients, no for potions. Oh no, 8 ingredients. I'm bad. Sorry. You have to get 8 ingredients in Bicorn. Okay, that's one of the goals. For some reason, I thought it was complete Bicorn secrets and gnomes. So Misha claims the Rictus Sempra secrets and complete Rictus Sempra, which is unfortunate for Monster. So what he could do, he should expect that it took some time for Misha to accomplish those Rictus Sempra levels. So he should know Misha entered one of the levels, and one of the possibilities, of course, Bicorn, as I've said before, or the forest. So, and he is already on the way, probably. We know Misha was in Bicorn for a long time, but to be honest, from Monster's point of view, it can look like Misha just have finished Rictus Sempra. So Misha going for with the gnome to get the goal, throw 3 gnomes in the same hole in Bicorn. Going pretty safe, not to risk anything. You can easily go here with the gnome. It's not as easy as you may think, because if you go here, and you go here, you have to do practically without ledge grabbing. Practically, because when you ledge grab here with a gnome, it might fall down, and if you throw a gnome like here, a hitbox of the thrown gnome might block you and you might fall. So this one is much safer, but trust me, actually not going here, it's going here, is a little, like, there is a little bit of risk, so I would recommend anyone to play it at least once. What is this option? Lightning cursor? Okay, doesn't matter. Let's continue with the match. So there's nothing that much that Monster can do in this Rictus Sempra. He can collect some silvers in the way, and that's basically it. At least he's gonna be ahead on the completion stars, so he potentially might compete with that. Going to the Findo next, for example, because there is complete the Findo, stack 5 shrooms in the Findo. He doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna finish the level first, so he can rush to the Findo. Even if he was sniped in Rictus Sempra, he had some advantage on the completion stars. So he would be already on 3, so he can do it to snipe Misha out, who probably is going there and kinda has to because of this. You can cut him just a little bit, Misha's not gonna lose that much, but still it's gonna be not the greatest for Misha if Monsters decides to go to the Findo, which he is going to. Although there is also forest hanging, and from Monster's point of view there's also Bicorn hanging, but probably Misha was in one of these. You could also expect Misha to be in the Findo, but you have to take a guess at this point in one of these. Misha's getting another silver. He's already on like 12 or 13, so he's pretty good on that. He's getting some entry hole secrets. I wouldn't be surprised if Misha decides to go to the Findo, because he has to go for it at some point to get 4, and it's better earlier than later to get those goals, because they're pretty good and fast for his route. Well, not very fast, but pretty good for his route. So my guess is that he's not gonna go for this forest. He's gonna go, or rather, the Findo or maybe complete the entry hole secrets. Unless monster is gonna get the stack before he enters it. If he marks it before Misha is gonna enter, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, he marks it. Let's see if Misha decides to go. Maybe he just goes behind the Quidditch gate, then he has a nice opportunity to go to the forest and continue from there. He didn't get this? I must have missed that. But if he claimed this bicorn, he should have... What? Huh? Why is monster claiming it? Maybe he wants to let Misha know that, hey, I know you've already have this, claim it. Misha should have this, right? He didn't fail. Yeah, he claims it. Maybe it's like a mind game, some sort. Because if you claim already complete bicorn, there's no point in holding this. You could pretend that you're in bicorn, for example, getting this first, then this, then this. If you already finished it, wanted to pretend that you're in bicorn. But yeah, skipping this wouldn't make much sense. Misha is actually not going for forest, which I expected after Quidditch Gate. But he's getting entry hole secrets, which isn't the worst decision. There are a couple of silvers to get, so that's pretty good. Why did he grab this one? I don't know if it's some sort of a mind games for monster to claim random goals for them to be retaken, taken back by counters. But there is some sort of a strategy, I would say, with claiming and reclaiming the goals. The one strategy you can go for example, is Misha is going for probably just entry hole secret, and you can go for a little bit of mind games. For example, I don't know, you finished Diffindo, you did Diffindo, you claim Diffindo. Well, with completing Diffindo, maybe it's not the best case. For example, let's see. There aren't that great now levels, but for example, let's say you've gotten all Rictus Zebra secrets, you claim it, and after a couple seconds you take this goal off, and then about a minute later you take this again. Why would you do that? It's to pretend that you've died at the end of Rictus Sempra. You have respawned in Rictus Sempra, then it gives the opponent even more of an illusion that you are currently in the Rictus Sempra, that you have died and you lost some time, because there's no way of doing anything like this unless you know your opponent's mind gaming you. Okay, Misha is doing some duels to get 2 bronzes. I don't know. I haven't seen how many beans monster has. Oh, monster is stopping. Is something wrong? Okay, he claims this goal like maybe he wants to indicate that something's wrong. Or is he confused about something? I don't know. Maybe in discussion later it's gonna be talked about. Yeah, Misha also stopped. Let's move forward. Maybe there was some... Why is he claiming by 2? What is going on? Okay, maybe there was some technical issues. Okay, they started, so now it's fine. So, what monster could do at this situation? It's hard to say. I think I would still try to go for the forest. Although when you count the Misha's goal, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he only needs 2 more. So he could have gone for the forest already, but it's the only way to really cut him off. Let's see what Misha's up to and what he's gonna try to do, because he did some duels, but now he's collecting cards, silver ones, for Harry Potter Wizard card. I guess the strategy is, I've been collecting many silver cards, I'm well ahead, I'm pretty sure I know I am, and I'm soon gonna enter this level and get this goal free. But Harry Potter Wizard card is unique in that way that you can kinda hold it if you know you're ahead, so you kinda can't hold it and leave it for the last goal to take. So I would personally, I don't know, do buy 2 bronzes, finish these 2 bronzes, buy them, then go to Harry Potter Wizard card, because now you're gonna spend some time, which monster can use to his advantage. By taking the upcoming goals. Now he's doing Spongify. My guess is getting this and getting this, so he should be. He only has 2 stars. He skipped couple of them. That's kind of unfortunate, because he was already in the Findo, he was already in Riktu, he was already in Spongify. Then he would only need 4 Scourge ones, and he could have sniped this, which would put this game into interesting state, where monsters still would have a chance to win. Of course, it's a challenge because you would have to predict a lot, and also monster is collecting beans, he's not doing deals. See how much time he needs to get 240, it's a lot of time. Maybe he's gonna duel now, just do a couple of the duels, or maybe he's gonna still collect. Even now it will be a little bit faster to duel, I'm pretty sure. Even after spending so much time on getting those beans. So Misha is on the way to Harry Potter Wizard card. After that, I don't know what he goes for, and what would be a nice decision, because from his perspective, monster is in some level probably not Goyle, because it would be already marked. He just marked, well, not just, but not that long time ago, he just got 4 completion stars. So he can expect a Gryffindor challenge. He did the Findo, so he did 1 more, actually 2 more things. So he might be very close to 4 different challenge stars. So it would be better to take the goal from something else, for example, maybe Chamber, maybe Forest. Let's see what Misha is up to. Monster is very close to getting the bronze cards, to buying the bronze cards, but he goes for the Goyle. I'm afraid Misha's going to go for the Goyle as well. And he's gonna enter it right after monster is gonna claim it, when Misha is gonna enter it and lose quite some time. Because from this point, monster has to, even grabs those beans, monster has to predict every Misha's movement, so Misha can go for something that isn't quite obvious, and Goyle unfortunately is one of those levels. Because Misha only needs 1 more goal. That's why it's better to go for the levels with 1 fast goal than going for the doubles, like Chamber and Forest, because your opponent is thinking, okay, I need 1 more goal and a fast one, so I'm gonna go straight to the goal. That's why you can predict those movements, and monster is getting go up to fireplace in Goyle. But now, because of that, they're at the same pace, so Misha even being actually a little bit ahead. So it's gonna be hard for Monster to actually win for the next goal. And because of this goal, I'm gonna expect Misha to go and give me a second. I'm gonna go back because he did some duels, but only 130 beans. So he gonna need some more duels, and Monster is very close to getting 240 beans. So it might be another snipe on the bronzes. Okay, on the bronzes, which Misha, my guess, is going to do. And which I've said before, it will be better to go chamber or forest. Of course, it's 50-50. Where you go? Well, it's not 50-50 because Monster can be dueling, can be doing coil, so it's more likely 25% that he's gonna get you, or even actually less because it's more obvious for Monster to go for coil or for bronzes, so it's even less chance that he's gonna snipe you on forest or the chamber. Probably I would go for the chamber, to be honest. I know you have to win only 13, but if you win on 14, it's still gonna be fine. Okay, but because Monster was collecting so many beans, he has enough, more than enough. Misha's gonna leave first, but as I've said before, I'm afraid he's gonna do some dueling. At least he's not doing the chamber. And let's see. That's how you can predict your winning opponent's movements, because as I've said before, usually people like to go for the fast one goals. This one. These are fast. He only needs one, so it's one. So you can predict his movements, that he's gonna go to Goyle because it's even faster. When the next fastest is the is buying the bronzes. Then there's a question of what your opponent can do when it's 50-50, depending what he likes, I guess. Then you have to kind of guess. So Monster is buying those cards, getting this goal, so Misha sees, and now the question is where Monster is gonna go and where Misha's gonna go. Monster is even getting bronze has. That's interesting. Misha is thinking. At this point, either way he went, he would have won. He was in a better position to go to forest, but he decides to go to chamber, and Monster decides to go for the forest. And that's unfortunately for Monster is gonna be it. And Misha's gonna finish on a complete chamber, and it's gonna be the end for Misha. So that's basically it. I think we can just go forward with the match, and there's something which is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be just it. There's nothing that can really happen. Misha can just complete chamber. Now I guess he's relieved that Monster isn't in chamber. He decided to go to the forest, which gives him a win. Okay, GG's. A little bit of mistakes were made, but overall it was a nice match. Of course, Monster dying on Slytherin cost him a lot of time, and also buying those cards without dueling just by collecting beans also cost him quite some time. Personally, I would go to Bicorn after Slytherin, not Riktu. Of course, it wasn't that terrible. He was able to get 4 completion stars, but he sniped 1 instead of potentially sniping those 3. And also the defender was a nice choice to cut Misha out. What else there was? Yeah, I think that's it. So that's it for this match. Let's go for another, which is gonna be iMech and Monster. So let's continue. And the board is still the previous one. Let me go again with speed 125. Let's hope it's not gonna be too fast. Okay, let's analyze the board. Let's go with the blue. So let's check the cards and the duel related. Win 10 duels and 31 bronze cards, so you mostly focus on the bronze cards. Yeah, the video is going. So you mostly focus on bronze cards, but of course getting some silvers is required. But you don't have to really focus on them. Let's see, there are also entry hole secrets. Entry hole is good for silvers, but still you're gonna need some to get as fast as possible to the 40, even if there are 31 bronzes. So that's it. I can already see finish a spell challenge with a gnome and beat the goal time in 2 spin challenges. Good levels to do it is firstly Scourge. For glitchless Scourge is the best. So let's see, there's this Scourge. And we have chest in Scourge. Is there anything else? I think that's it. So a nice start with the Scourge, but for now this is it. And let's see the other levels. So for example, let's check Bicorn. There's 1 Bicorn, 2 Bicorn. There's nothing more related. There are any ingredients, no potion, no cauldrons, so that's it when it comes to Bicorn. Slytherin is again fine, because I saw this and I saw something else, I'm pretty sure. Or am I mistaken? Okay, there's only one Slytherin. Okay, I take it back. Slytherin maybe it's not like the best decision. There's win Quidditch matches with have a score, but that's very long. That's probably be in the end game. There's behind Quidditch Gate with the Boomslang. That's a potential start to get behind Quidditch Gate, then go to Boomslang as a start. So it's one of the possibilities. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. It can be also Rictus Emperor when I look at it. There are some imps. The Findo isn't very strong, so my guess is it's gonna be a Scourge start with this, and this, and the other start might be Boomslang behind Quidditch Gate, when you can go for like a Bicorn or something. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. So iMech is going for Scourge and Monster is going for Scourge by the looks of it. He's doing some casts, which puts him back a little. I was saying in the previous video, in heavy levels you can skip some stuff, but in this scenario it's kinda hard to do so. Why? You go to Scourge and get 10 different challenge stars, also getting the beat the goal time, so it's kinda not worth it to skip Scourge challenge stars. Let's see, we have also chests. Chests are on the way, so it should be kinda easy to get those. So there's no point of skipping those if they are easy to take. And finish the spell challenge with a gnome on your hand is basically just a complete Scourge, so there's no point of or skipping that. So you're basically entering Scourge, you have to do all of them, because skipping any of them doesn't make that much sense. You could go just for the chest and just finish spell change with a gnome, but it wouldn't put you that far ahead. It would be slightly better, but I don't think it's gonna be that much worth. So potential strategy is cut someone off, getting those two very fast. They're both going down for the bronze card and for the chest, although I think I would skip this one because it's taking too long. So that was one of the possibilities that one could catch up to another, but as we can see, that's not the case. So imagine if monster didn't go down, he would be one chest behind, but he would be ahead on this, on this, on this. So Amek would probably take, because 6 is a number that is quite important. So actually, when he would have skipped that, monster probably could have got this card that requires the snail, and right after the chest being right here. And with that advantage, it would be enough to get this Aztec 6th one, and I think IMAX 6th one is this one. So with skipping the bottom one, monster had the possibility to get all of those goals, I'm pretty sure, if I count them correctly. Right, it's gonna be 6 for IMAC. Yes, it's 6. So let's see how much time it has taken for them to go down. For example, let's go. So it's 6, 6. Yeah, it took like 30 seconds. So monster would be ahead and get those chests later on. But that's not the case. That's why I don't like going down if there's no need. And there are no pins, there is nothing to buy, there are no pin boxes, so there is no need to go there. Because how the game turned out, I would personally skip everything if I was a monster, because the only possibility to get something from this is finish a spell challenge with a gnome. You could potentially beat the goal time, try to do it, but it's a challenge, and you might still not. I might still not get it. Might be missing by a couple seconds. So I would focus on the gnome itself and skip the stars, because I know I'm already behind on the chests. Oh, monster having trouble with the gnome. IMAC is being well more than ahead of him. Oh, is IMAX gonna miss? Yeah, he's gonna miss just barely the goal time. Yep. Maybe without a gnome. No, without. Like, if he skipped the gnome entirely, he would be fine, but he missed it by 11 seconds. So he doesn't have. He does not have a score. But I don't know why he's holding Scourge. Yeah, and the monster takes it from him, even if he was late. And there was no point for IMAC to hold this, because he already claimed the Scourge, that he was already there, so this one wouldn't give that much information, either this, because monster should have expected that those are already claimed. Maybe IMAC just wanted to claim those at better time, better situation. Monster getting some bronzes, there was entry hole secrets, so there's that. IMAX going for Rictus Emperor, to this time beat the goal time, also getting some Rictus Sempra goals. Kind of unfortunate that IMEC wasn't able to get this, but it's not the end of the world, because as we both all know, at least all should know, Monster didn't get this as well. So it's not that huge of a deal. Monster is stopping for a second. I don't know if he's thinking or having some troubles. Let's hope it's the first one. He might go to Gryffindor Challenge, getting those stars. I don't think that's the best idea, but who knows. Getting this silver, why not? And he's going for Gryffindor Challenge. It's not the best idea, but it's also not the worst. Gryffindor Challenge is quite fast, so it's not that huge of a deal in the end. But I think the better decision and more interesting one would be go to Boomslang and get behind Quidditch Gate, because it's easy to spot and a nice combination, I would say. Even continuing with A3 Hall Secrets would be more interesting, because you can kinda expect that if IMEC was ahead, he's gonna go for Rictus Sempra. It's an obvious choice for him to continue there. It's a good progression from Scourge to Rictus. There is also a possibility for Defendo, but getting gold time there is a little bit of a challenge. Well, in this board we don't really need silver cards, so it should be fine getting gold time in Defendo. But still, it takes some time and is a little bit of a challenge. What else do we have? I guess Bicorn is one of the options as well for Monster. Let's see what he's gonna be up to. So Monster is finishing the Gryffindor Challenge. I guess he doesn't know where IMEC is, so he claims it right away. IMEC, fortunately for him, now knows where Monster went after the Scourge, because he should know he was in Scourge. Because in glitchless it makes sense. In glitch categories it wouldn't be so obvious, because there's Spongify, but for the glitchless categories it's pretty obvious that Monster was in Scourge and that IMEC sniped him. And IMEC has some nice time to hold the Rictus, because Monster claimed Gryffindor Challenge. But Monster getting some secrets with the beans, which I don't know why, because there's no buying, right? Yeah, there's no buying, so you don't need those beans. He's getting this secret. He's even getting this silver, which is fine. It doesn't take that much extra time, but it loses some time. He goes even to the potions. No, I think he's gonna go to Bicorn and open that those secrets there after Bicorn. That's my guess, at least. So IMEC. Let's see, IMEC is going for the dungeons, probably for the Bicorn, because from the IMEC's point of view, there's no purple, but let's take this. So he has this Rictus Sempra. He's on a very good way to get this. He needs one more level, so that's fine. And he also have, because there were two Rictus, right? Or am I tripping? Yes, there is. So what IMEC can really do, there's a Bicorn with 2 goals. It was there was 2 goals, right? Yeah. He can kinda expect Monster to go there, but to be honest, it's hard to predict every opponent's movement. But other than that, is there anything that great? There's kinda Defendo, but it's kinda long. There is one Spongify. There is Forest with Aragog, but that's it. Also, there are 8 imps. So, and there's no hard combination between those two, because Forest has 3 imps. So you need 5 more, so you need chamber to accomplish it. Is there a chamber? No, there is no chamber. So you kinda have to go to chamber just to get those imps either way, and you can accomplish those imps with the Spongify that is already on a goal. So it's not like the strongest connection. I'm actually surprised that Boomslang and Get Behind Quidditch Gate is still on. I'm exclaiming those Rictus Sempra. I would have hold them for another minute or so. And Monster, what is Monster doing? He's not entering the bicorn. Okay. So iMac has a nice possibility to grab those bicorn goals. I don't know what Monster is gonna do now, actually. What is his plan? Maybe he's gonna get behind Quidditch Gate with the Boomslang, or maybe some other quick goals, maybe some duels. Probably only getting those secrets. That's his plan. And getting beans for beans. So he's getting those secrets. He's gonna be probably fine on those, although he skipped the potion class secrets, so I don't know about that. He's getting even more. Am I missing something? I must have. He's getting so many beans. Okay, so iMac is on the way in the bicorn. He grabbed first 2 chests in bicorn. He doesn't really have to, because from what I remember there are 13 chests in bicorn, or 14. So he doesn't have to go for every chest. Especially first 2 are kinda lengthy. And getting the bronze has, which is pretty nice, because he's already on 10 bronzes, which, as we can see, Monster is still being behind on those, and also slowly getting there. So it's not yet settled, because there are a lot of cards to collect, so anything can really happen. Monster is getting some imps. There's gonna be 4, and gargoyles in Spongify, which is fine, because after bicorn there's not that huge options. You can go to Diffindo, there are some shroom stacking. You can even... Quidditch is too long, to be honest. I wouldn't go there. Forest is kinda nice with the Aragog fight and defeat Aragog. So it's also a good decision to take, especially Get Behind Quidditch Gate then Forest. But I would kinda expect Get Behind Quidditch Gate, Boomslang, then Forest. But it's not necessarily the case. So I'm going through the bicorn. Maybe instead of bicorn, Forest would be better, to be honest. Yeah, but bicorn is fine as well. It's hard to say where the monster is from iMac's point of view, so if I were him, I would be just going for the best and fastest goals. Oh, and iMac dies, and he loses a lot of time, but why he dies? It was like reloaded game, but I don't know why. No, there wasn't anything to grab, so I don't know. But Monster is continuing with the Spongify, getting this gargoyle, hopefully, or not hopefully, skipping this gargoyle. Okay, so he's not gonna claim the goal of casting gargoyles in Spongify. For a second I thought maybe he's there just to kill imps, but it would be a weird decision, to be honest. But he unfortunately skips the gargoyle, so he's not able to get it now. IMEC is claiming a chest in Bicorn, understandable. He has no idea what Monster is up to at this point. IMEC's getting those chests, those cards. I think IMEC might be on 10 already. Oh, he claimed it. Yeah, I take it back. He already claimed it, so yeah, for sure he is on 10. Maybe he was afraid that a monster is here, so he went for the chest as fast as possible. He should be fine on ectoplasm as well, so there will be no point of holding this goal, because you already gave up information about chests in Bicorn. So monster can potentially hold a goal that he's not having. But he kinda knows, oh, good has, because he almost grabbed the ledge grab. I'm not sure even if it was on purpose. He grabbed the ledge grab, so he didn't grab the ledge grab, which would cancel the animation. There's another has, good has from IMEC. I don't know if it's in any route right now. I think AWC still uses it, but I think it's the last category that actually uses this has. Because Hunter route changed a lot last time. So I'm getting entry hole secrets, skipping the slithering, which is understandable. There's only one goal. Not the worst, pretty fast, but still it's only one. Especially when you have behind Quidditch Gate, when you have Forest, when you even have Defendo or Boomslang, so there are much better options right now for IMEC to go for. Monster is still continuing with the gargoyles. Let's hope he knows which one he missed. Oh, I'm actually going for the Defendo. Okay. I was expecting now Forest with Defendo, but Defendo is also a nice choice and less obvious choice. So if he doesn't know where Monster is, Monster might be in Forest. And now he knows he's not, but what? But at this point, IMEC didn't really know. So now Monster can skip the later half of the Spongify, yes, and finishing this challenge right now. I wonder what he's gonna be up to. Monster again. Forest is hanging. Let's see. He's also going for entry hole secrets. He might be actually. No, he needs the potions once. I think he's missing this one. Let's see how many he has. 12. He has 10. He might have missed mirror one with Defender or without the Defender. One of the mirror ones. Yep. It might be it, or I think he collected overs already. Yeah, he's searching for them. He doesn't know he missed one in potion class. That's unfortunate for him. Oh, maybe he didn't go for this one. Yeah, 11. So the last one is in potions. I'm pretty sure he wasn't there. But going back to IMEC, he doesn't have to collect those silvers. There's no point really. He claims stack mushrooms because a monster might be here. Oh, he skipped this star, which would be beneficial to beat the goal time. But he's gonna continue either way. Or is he going back? Okay, he dies. I think that's correct. Even if that loses him quite a bit, but I think dying here was a better choice because he actually is able to get the goal time in Defendo. If he skips those silvers, that takes some time. Even Yeah, he also skips this bronze one. You can just barely get the goal time in Defendo in Glando, for example. You can do it just barely using some fun trick with watching the cutscenes, but just barely getting the right cycle on the snail. But with skipping some cards, especially silver ones, you are able to finish this challenge and beat the goal time. What's interesting, Monster is going for the Slytherin. There's only one goal there, which isn't the greatest. He again goes for the level with one goal. He knows Imek is in Defendo, and he should be still a long way to go. So he could, Monster could have gone for behind Quidditch Gate, then the forest. Probably in the future sniping Imek in that. Not the greatest cycle for Imek, but that's fine. As I've said before, with skipping those cards, he has some time. I don't know if I would even skip the bronzes later on. Maybe that's too much, but he should be fine even with those bronzes. But unfortunately for Monster, he forgets about the gnome. Even dying wouldn't help, because you end up in front of the bridge. So he basically went to Slytherin for nothing. I'm skipping those cards. That's fine. I think he should be still fine. Yeah, because there's one more card and he has 100 seconds to do so. Yeah, he should be fine. Those silvers takes a lot of time in and Defendo, so skipping those actually saves a lot. So yeah, he still has 70 seconds, so he could have gotten I don't know why Monster is getting the secrets. No, I'm not missing the goal. Oh, for the bronzes, I'm dumb. Yes. He goes for the bronzes. If he's already here, he can. Imek is going. Yeah, I'm behind the Quidditch gate. I guess he forgot that he kinda needed this gargoyle. Now, being able to beat the gold time in 2 spell challenges. If he was able to do it in Scourge, then Defender wouldn't be that great, but because of this, it was kinda required to go there. Well, at least it was good to go there. So, probably going to Forest after getting behind the Quidditch gate. Going safe, that's good. He can claim it, because who knows what Monster is doing. Especially not throwing the gnome at Malfoy. So Imek can think that he's sniping him or Monster is holding some goals. That's why entering Forest might be scary for him. Oh, he's getting caught again, unfortunately. So yeah. So after Forest, what we have? The situation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And can just enter Boomslang or go Fireplace in Goyle. He can do a lot of stuff. He can even go dueling or Quidditch. He might finish on Entry Hall Secrets that Monster now claimed. Yeah, he's fine on that. So let's see what Imek decides to go after. I want to go for Boomslang. Boomslang is a little bit obvious. Fast goal, as well as Goyle. I think I would greet for duels after Forest. Well, it's kind of hard to say. For now, let's wait a little. for Monster to win in the situation. Yeah, he would have to be ahead on the bronzes and the cards, which I don't think that's the case. IMEC was getting his much earlier, so yeah, it would be a pain to actually win. He would have to predict now every IMEC's movement, which I think it's impossible, to be honest. So I don't think. But let's see, maybe some duels. Maybe he's gonna go dueling. Or I don't know, maybe Boomslang? Maybe I would go Boomslang. IMEC is getting the second Hess of bronze, so that's pretty good. I'm also collecting some bronzes, but as you can see, he's a little bit behind, which is not great. With those vines, you can actually custom them twice, because the amount of spiders is still gonna be the same. It won't be that much faster, but for example, now IMEC spends like 2-3 seconds on just walking. If he decides to go defend twice on each vine, except of the last one, of course, because to not start Aragog fight, there are more spiders concentrated in one place, so he can cast more on them. Monster is unfortunately going for the forest, which is gonna be the end of the match. Of course, in glitchless, cutting those vines that much, spawning so many spiders, isn't that beneficial because you cannot postcast in the end, but it will be just a couple seconds faster. Just something to keep in mind. So he defeats Aragog, so spiders in the Aragog fight, and now he goes for the last goal. Whatever he decides, he wins. Of course, it's not obvious for him, but it's kind of obvious for us. So let's see which one he's gonna go for. I think I would go for the duels, which are the safest for me. But Goyle is the fastest, and Monster is nowhere close to be there. So now it's gonna be soon over when IMEC's gonna go up the fireplace in Goyle, which is gonna be the end of the match. And that's GG's for IMEC. Yeah, and that's basically it. It was a clean game from IMEC. Nothing to really talk about. He got sniped in entry hall secrets, but that's it. And yeah. Monster having some problems with the Spongify and the Slytherin, but even with those, it would be still a big challenge to beat IMEC from this. Okay, and I think that's it for this match. So let's go to the last one, and probably it might be the closest and most interesting. We'll see how it's gonna turn out. So now we have Misha against IMEC. Let's go speed 125 again. Maybe I'm gonna speed up even more. So let's check the board again and let's see what's going on. So there's buy 3 wizard cards, buy Quidditch armor. So there are 2 buying, which is kind of nice. We have cards. We don't have cards, right? No, we don't have cards. That's interesting. But what we have is something that I wouldn't like if I was playing. Win 4 Quidditch matches, have a score in Quidditch matches, and lose Quidditch match at least 250 points. The fastest way to do it is to win 5. When on the 6th one lose, then you get the score and you win 4 Quidditch matches to get there. But of course, someone might just go once to the Quidditch gate, lose the first match, and that's it. Why you have to win 5? Because in glitchless you have to win every Quidditch match to be 6th unlocked. Unlike in glitch categories when you can just warp to the 6th match right away. So this goal for Glitchless takes a lot of time. It's one of the longest goals ever, besides like long collectibles. Let's go through the other things. What do I see? Let's go a little bit faster. There's interesting forest with this vegan tree barks. There's unique flubberworm mucuses with the bicorn. There's only one bicorn though, but mucuses, barks, and unique potion cauldrons, so that's pretty good. For the forest as well, so unique potion cauldrons, forest, this. There are some mucuses, barks, 4 tentacular heads, which is... Oh, and forest secrets. Yeah, forest is the best option, I would say. Getting some imps, but you can skip those. Okay, I'm gonna explain some stuff then. Because there's some stuff to talk about this forest. So, we have also tentacular heads. 16 is an interesting number when it comes to tentacular heads and the forest, because if it's any higher than getting those in forest doesn't make sense, so you skip the big one with 4. Why does it matter? Because we have 4 in forest and we have 12 in boomslang. Although there's no boomslang in this board, they might go there because of the barks or the mucuses. There's one. In the way, there is a nice way to get a potion cauldron, and after boomslang you could get the potion cauldron. So maybe if not, even if there's no boomslang in this board, to be precise, there's still good possibilities and good reason to go to the boomslang. So both of these gives 16 tentacular heads. So you can combine both of these. In any other scenario, if there are, I don't know, 18 tentacular heads, there's no good scenario when going for the forest and somewhere else would be beneficial. Because Goyle has, like 11, I think. It's not enough. And Diffindo has like, I don't know, 20. So by Diffindo itself, you can get this goal. So 16 is like the magic number for forest, because you can get 4 and 12 in boomslang, which makes a nice number for this. Another part is the imps I wanted to talk about. So there are 9 imps. If we go through the forest, there are 3. Spongify, there are 4. And chamber, there are 5. What does it mean? Is that forest doesn't actually progress you through the imps. Either way, if you go for forest chamber, you have 8. Not enough. If you go forest spongify, you have 7. Not enough. Whatever happens, if you have goal kill 9 imps, it's nothing related to the forest. It's like not at all. You could say that you can then going for the forest and spongify, you can finish this with, I don't know, 2 extra chambers, so it's gonna be faster. But overall, I wouldn't say forest is really, killing imps in forest in this scenario isn't really required, because you still have to go either way to spongify and chamber to complete this goal. So if you know you're racing and there are 9 imps in forest, you skip them. You can easily skip them without any worries. Yeah, and that's it for the forest analysis that I wanted to do. I'm planning to make a video on every level and more analyze them more deeply. So probably after this tourney I'm gonna do some videos on this, but yeah. And Misha is going for the Slytherin. So plan for the forest is get the barks as much as possible, getting those 2 mucuses, getting the potion cauldron there activated. Even it wouldn't be the worst idea to get 1 mucus at the end of forest, activate one potion cauldron, and get another mucus right after that. That way, in the grand staircase, you can get another easy potion cauldron, and you already are on 2. Especially because it's glitchless, so you cannot duplicate the ingredients. So you aim for the bark, aim for the forest, get the 4 tentacular heads. You don't go for the imps, and collect the beans and kill the spiders in the Aragog fight. The only downside is this goal is pretty fast, so you usually claim those right away when you enter the forest, which might give Misha the information where Imek is. But to be honest, even if Misha's information about Imek's whereabouts, it's still better for Imek. Because Slytherin, I don't think it's gonna be the second choice for Imek to do. There's also an opportunity to hold the forest beans. Let's see. Yeah, he gets the tentacular heads. He might be holding those. And there's the reason, because he's spending a lot of time here. He's losing some time, I'm failing again. So, if it happens that Misha is here and he's in forest, I think I can assume that he's gonna skip those tentacular heads, and if not, he should assume that Misha is gonna hit them correctly. So he's gonna be well ahead of him. That means he's gonna be well ahead of completing this goal, which he knows that if Misha is here, he would have marked it. So because of that, I can hold it knowing that Misha is somewhere else. For example, in this case, Slytherin. That's the same situation when it happened for me and Pika in last match with the Boomslang, where he was doing Boomslang pretty slowly, but that gave him the benefit that he knew that I wasn't there, because I would have grabbed it right away. So Imek might actually hold it, but in any other scenario, if you're racing, go and claim it right away. So Imek actually holds this. I don't know if he analyzes this way, but it's a good way that he holds, even if he doesn't go through the analysis as I did just now. So Misha is going with the gnome. So complete Slytherin, Slytherin secrets, and throw a gnome. So there's, of course, I missed the Slytherin goal. So there are 3 goals, so that's even better. So Slytherin is actually a good choice to do. He's getting some ingredients. Although I still think the forest is a better option. Of course, because I may now hold it a little bit of the forest, he now knows that Misha is doing some Slytherins. Although, I think Misha skipped the secrets. I'm gonna go back a little. Yeah, he skipped those secrets. Maybe he was afraid that they are racing, because he didn't see the getting beans around the forest. So he could have expected that Imek isn't in the forest actually. That's why holding it is another good point. Okay, let's just continue a little bit, because it was around here we left on. So Imek can hold forest for quite some time, not that long, because after Slytherin he can go to forest and grab this goal pretty quickly. So he cannot let this hold that much. About 10 minutes after he leaves the Slytherin, maybe 2, up to 2. Imek didn't do that thing I recommended, but what I meant now with the better example of seeing the view. I hope I'm gonna stop now correctly. Okay, that's fine. Still, so getting this mucus, getting to potion cauldron, making 1 potion, going again, getting this mucus, and then progressing forward, because after forest you can activate the next cauldron right away. But that's not that important. It's a little bit of optimization potentially, because usually use 3 potion cauldrons is very competitive goal, which we gonna see, because Misha is gonna make a first potion, so he's gonna be 1 on unique potion cauldrons. He's going for Gryffindor challenge stars. I guess he doesn't know, but he decides to give it up, which is good decision. I would even say being in local balcony is somewhat nice. I don't know if he's gonna go there, but I'm gonna have a good opportunity to get this after forest, which my guess he's gonna take it with the decanters, because 6 decanters is a lot. You actually need to go to Spongify, Scourge, and Grand Staircase to get those 6, because there are 2 in Spongify, 2 in Scourge. Talking about Spongify, Misha decides to go Spongify, which is a nice level. Beat the goal time is gonna be hard, if not impossible. Let's see. There was... Oh, and he claims Forest. Maybe he could have held it for like another half a minute or a minute at max. But I understand why that's the case. And as I expected, he goes for the Locker's balcony to get also some decanters. He also skipped the imps in forest, which is correct decision, as I've said before. Of course, skipping those in Spongify doesn't make sense, because there are 4, and you need those 4 to finish on the chamber with the imps. So this one you cannot really skip. So Imek goes for the means in Locker's balcony, and it would be nice for him to go for Spongify. That would be unfortunate for him, because Misha is already up here. Imek doesn't have an ingredient. He would have done it with the trick that I said before. Probably now he knows. He notices that's the case. But he goes to the bathroom for the ingredients. Actually, at this point he would be at 3 already. 3 potion cauldrons. That would be nice. Of course, it's maybe a little bit too fast to focus on the potion cauldrons, but I think that would be interesting to do it like this. Fortunately, as well, he doesn't go to chamber. That wouldn't be the greatest option right now. So he does the second potion cauldron, so he's ahead on this. Having also 3 mucuses. I think he might go to Spongify, because in Spongify there are 3 mucuses and he needs 3. There are some barks, Spongify challenge, getting imps that are required, getting more decanters. Yeah, he might go to Spongify. Yeah, he goes to Spongify, unfortunately, kinda. But in the end, it's not that huge of a deal. Even if Misha snipes him on Spongify challenge stars, Imek is on the good way to progress on decanters, imps, although Misha also have the same amount of imps, mucuses, and we get 3 bark. Of course, some of them are also progressed by Misha, so this, and that's it, and a little bit of this, but still, it's not that huge of a deal. It's still fine. Of course, Misha doesn't know where Imek is, and that was a correct decision to claim it right away, so Imek cannot claim it for himself. So Misha is going for another potion color, so it's 2 on 2. But after Spongify, Imek can get a nice potion cauldron right in front of the Scourge, so he probably gonna claim it, because Misha is re-entering common room, and he decides to go to Gryffindor challenge after all of this. I guess that's fine, although there are better places to go. At least Gryffindor challenge is pretty fast, so it's not the worst decision for sure. So iMac is going through the Spongify. There is something that he could have done. I understand why he continued, but he could have just skipped Spongify, going there, going to the end, then going up for both of the ingredients, then finishing the level. Probably why he didn't do that is because he would be on 5 mucuses, and going for the second half is gonna get 1 more. He's kinda rushing it. Understand why, but to be honest, I think skipping this part would have been a little bit better, because he got the imps, so it's already claimed for him. He got some barks, he got some mucuses, not fully, not like extra, but it's fine. And he did get the counters, right? iMac. Okay, he didn't get the counters. I guess he forgot. But in theory, he also get the decanters. So so that's more than enough. So personally, I would skip the second part, but I understand why he continued to get this mucus and bark, even if it costs him quite some time, because you can get just 1 mucus from other sources. But after finishing Spongify, now he's gonna be fine. As you can see, spent a lot of time here, but in the end, it's fine. He's also gonna get the beat the goal time. So that might be the other reason why he went there. So he gets 1 of these. And iMac, of course, claiming collecting unique Flabbermore mucus, there is no point of holding these. It might even okay, now not, because he got 3 unique potion cauldrons, but it could have make Misha think that Bicon, for example, is out of the question, because there are a lot of Flower or mucus. Now he should know that's not the case, that he got those mucuses from other sources. Let's see what's gonna happen. Are they both gonna go Quidditch? Oh, Quidditch race! I cannot wait. Let's see who has better RNG. It's gonna be great. Unless iMac is just going for lose a Quidditch match by 250 points. That might be the case, actually. And then continue with other stuff. For example, as I've said before, maybe even Boomslang. It's even if there is no Boomslang on the board, it would still be fine, because he would secure himself Tentacula heads and basically barks. I think he might even have enough. Yeah, he goes for the loose Quidditch match. Amisha sees this. He went for the same thing, and iMac just stole him from him just now. iMac still continuing. Is he going for full Quidditch? Misha, being afraid that he's behind on the Quidditch, decides to continue with other stuff. There's now Coiled Bicorn. I don't think he's gonna go for the Slytherin Secrets. I don't know what's the best course of action for Misha. I think I would go the Willow, because why not? Going for the Tentacula heads, Wigentry Bark, I understand. So actually, how many he has? 1, 2. He might be on like 6. I don't remember how many potions he has.
just Goyle is not gonna be enough for Tentacular Heads, and as I've said before, iMech is gonna be fine when entering the Boomslang. So now Misha is grabbing the Gryffindor challenge, because after losing a match, he might continue. But I think he should expect iMech to do the Quidditch matches, because he left, and he left because iMech was ahead on the Quidditch, so he couldn't have won. I guess that was just a safety precaution. But thanks to that, iMech knows the location of Misha, that he went to Goyle, he did Gryffindor challenge, and iMech is fine. And he goes to Boomslang. Yeah, that's a good decision to do so. Misha is going this way because there are Tentacular Heads, but iMech is also gonna win on that regard. So now iMech kinda has to do the Boomslang. The goal kinda indicates that he's gonna be much closer to Barks, to Tentacular Heads. He kinda cannot let Misha take those. He already invested some time into those, so Boomslang is the best course of action right now, because it might be stolen within a second. Of course, he doesn't know that Misha is gonna be behind, but well, he should know that he's gonna be behind on the Tentacular Heads. He's gonna have to enter one more level. Oh, sadly, enter one more level, but still he's gonna be close enough to steal it. And Barks, he cannot really know. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna get the Barks now. So I'm just getting the Tentacular Heads, and he might have enough Barks with those two or one. Misha is collecting Barks as well, but unfortunately for him, iMech is gonna grab it way faster than he does. So let's watch what to do, because we're gonna have to analyze from iMech and from Misha. For iMech, he still should expect Misha to be in Goyle, or at least just finishing Goyle. So it's hard to actually say which level he's on, because they both might be entering the same level. So what do we have for iMech, to be completely honest? I'm not quite sure. Slytherin, I wouldn't go there. Maybe it's a bait. And there are better levels to finish off. So we can go to Willow to secure a fast goal. If he's just finishing goal, he's gonna be in Grand Staircase. iMech is right here. He's gonna secure the Willow without any problems. So Willow, I think this should be. Of course, the problem is Misha might be getting to, I don't know, any level really. For example, Chamber, and iMech might have some problems with that if he enters the Chamber next. But I think Willow is the correct option. Because of that, Misha sees Wiggentree Bark, he sees Tentacular Heads. He should expect iMech after Forest. Maybe he went to Goyle after him. That's also a possibility. I don't think he expects by Boomslang. So from Misha's point of view, iMech is right behind me on the Goyle. He just entered the Goyle and I sniped him on this. So he might go to Willow as well, or Chamber. So let's see what's actually gonna happen. iMech goes to Willow. It was kinda expected, because yeah, he was on the way to Willow. There was no way that's not gonna happen. Please, okay. But let's see what Misha is up to. He might go to Willow after iMech and getting sniped. iMech should kinda expect that might be Misha's plan, so he's gonna insta-lock it most probably. So 3 gargoyles at Willow, and Misha is there.
is going there. Unless it's Quidditch, but I don't think so. Or maybe... Wait. Where is Misha going? What is Misha planning? Did he miss something? Did he miss Tentacula heads? He missed Tentacula heads, yes. He still thinks he can take those. That's kind of unfortunate. At least he wasn't sniping Willow, but actually they're in the same position. Regardless. By the IMAX movement, I expect he is going to Quidditch, or he's waiting for Misha to finish the Quidditch. He's going for the Quidditch. Okay, he does the Quidditch. Let's see where he puts him. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's gonna be 11 and 12, and he needs one more. That's why I think I would go at least for one more thing. For example, getting Scourge maybe with the counters. Because he should be on 4, if I remember correctly. He didn't go to Dumbledore's office, but he was in Lockhart's in data class. So he should be on 4, and Scourge getting 6. But I guess Quidditch is not the worst idea. Your opponent, it's very unlikely for him to go to the Quidditch. But from Misha's point of view, he has to do most of the stuff. He cannot let IMAC do much more. So I guess in the end he kinda has to hope that IMAC isn't dueling right now, because he should know IMAC was ahead after finishing the Willow when he claimed it. Misha was in halfway to the Boomslang. So let me skip this part, because one is dueling, one is doing Quidditch. I'm having a great RNG. That's always great to see. And Misha is doing duels. Oh, another 10 points. Oh, another 20 points for IMAC. That's great. I think he's very satisfied. There should be a goal, get Gryffindor 60 points in Quidditch matches. Yeah, you have to win all of them. He can win 4 Quidditch matches. That gives Misha information, so he can hold some duels. He kinda has to hope that IMAC's gonna go dueling. If not, what would I do? I would go to Scourge after duels. Why that's the case? It might not be the greatest plan, but to be honest, at this point, it's kinda hard to pull something else. So, as Misha, you've already secured by this and by this. So it's already yours. So if IMAC goes there, it's good for you, but if not, what else IMAC can do? He can go to Chamber. It's kinda lengthy, but it would give him Chamber Secrets and Imps. Although Misha doesn't really know that IMAC might be close to the Imps, but for the sake of the argument, he might go to the Chamber, or he might go to Lonely Levels. One of them is Bicorn, and one of them is Slytherin. IMAC might go to Slytherin. Actually, I would be really happy if he does, because it might happen that it is a debate to go, but he just Misha must have missed one of the secrets. But because of that, it's gonna be kinda risky for IMAC to go there, because Misha might have skipped like first or second secret and get all the rest, which is almost the case. And also he might go to Bicorn Secrets, and it's kinda lengthy.
But what I think is more possible, why I said he should go to Scourge, because of the decanters. He can get the decanters. And he can get beat the goal time to spell challenges. I'm not sure if Misha has this accomplished for Spongify. Let's say for the sake of the argument that he has. Can I? Actually, let's go back. Let's see. Where was Spongify? Let's see. Yes, he has this. So that's good. I don't know where we stopped. Let's say we stopped here. So going to Scourge is gonna secure. This is gonna be secured. This not necessarily. He has to still go to Grand Staircase, but he only needs 2 more. When he goes to Grand Staircase, then this one is secured. This one is secured. This one is secured. Then it's up to iMac and random chance. Scourge, you end up kinda close to the chamber. Next, I would go to, I think, Slytherin. After Slytherin, chamber with the imps and Bicorn, and then buy all the stuff. That's the only thing that I could give for Misha. I don't know what's iMac plan. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go to Scourge, because he can secure 2 goals and that are not in Scourge by themselves. Although I would be very happy if iMac decides to go to Slytherin. That would be very dope. Okay, let's continue. I don't care. And iMac has a score on all 6 Quidditch matches, so Misha now knows he's right behind him. What Misha is planning? Now the question is. I think he goes to chamber. Oh, he buys first. Where iMac's gonna go? Not Slytherin. And he goes to Scourge. Okay, I take it back. iMac doesn't have enough decanters to finish it, but let's say he has. For the sake of argument, it's gonna be funnier for him to has those. Although Misha doesn't know iMac was in Spongify. Yeah. Okay. Is he going Bicorn or Slytherin? I would go Slytherin, I think. Or no? I don't know. I actually don't know. But yeah, Misha doesn't necessarily know that iMac was in Spongify. There's not enough informations. Yeah. That could have potentially won him a match, but yeah. He couldn't have known. So that's basically it. iMac has to finish Scourge with the goal time. He can even get those decanters just in case, but it's gonna be over for this match. So let's just continue and let's finish it. Misha is claiming those buys just in case iMac is dueling. That would be a good snipe. Unfortunately for him, that's not the case. Of course, at this point for Misha, guessing where the opponent is too risky. It's too much information. I don't blame him that he couldn't see the Scourge, especially after realizing that didn't give any information that he was in Spongify to begin with. So he didn't even know if iMac had enough imps. So duels, then Bicorn, then Slytherin were understandable choices.
So yeah, that's it. GG's for IMEC, and GG's for Misha of second place on the groups. And that's it for me. So thank you and bye bye.